Hello everyone. I'm going to continue to read from Back to Eden. I'm not gonna lie, I am feeling a little bit down today. Feeling a little bit out of control with my body, or I had a lot of delicious food and went on bike rides and long walks and everything this weekend. So it was like a lot of fun in the body. Eating, drinking some beer, But then I have this feeling of, are you taking care of it, or is it are you taking good enough care of your body? You don't want it to become unhealthy. Just being critical, I guess, of my behavior. Even though it was fun and I think somewhat balanced, I'm feeling pulled towards another extreme today of only eating very, very clean food and totally watching my behaviors and doing some type of rigorous exercise, mixed with really disciplined eating. And I don't want to feel like just because I had a fun, relaxed weekend that I have to become some type of drill sergeant with my body. And that feeling made me become kind of awake to how nourishing it is to share this content, or just share, or to maybe just talk, be in communication about health and what the body really wants and needs, and how to balance that. So this is kind of maybe like just a check-in for myself, to ground me a little bit, to keep me from being too self-critical about my body and the care I give my body. So that's kind of my reflections part of the reading and reflections. So this is more of, I guess, an invitation for meditation for myself. So last time we did the history of the water cure, and now we're just going to go on to the chapter called Water. Water is one of the most abundantly supplied elements of nature for useful remedies, or for remedial use. The blood and brain of the human body are composed of about 4/5 water. The fluid secretions and excretions are more than 9/10 their weight in water. The chemical composition of water is represented by the chemical formula H2O, which means it is composed of two gases, hydrogen and oxygen, proportionately 2 volumes of the former and 1 the latter. Both are odorless, colorless, tasteless, and transparent. Oxygen is the greater supporter of combustion in life. Hydrogen is one of the lightest gases known. Use of water. Water exists in forms of ice when below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. When at 212 degrees Fahrenheit or above, it is changed into vapor. Between 32 degrees Fahrenheit and 212 degrees Fahrenheit, it is liquid. Water possesses the greatest amount of heat required to elevate temperature to a given number of degrees of any substance. Water also absorbs more heat by elevation than any other substance. When passing from the ice to liquid state, it absorbs a great amount of heat from the objects it comes in contact with, without any elevation of temperature. That's kind of cool. Water conducts heat much more readily than air, and communicates its heat with bodies. Communicates its heat to bodies with which it comes in contact, but it also abstracts heat when it is at lower temperature. Rainwater. Rainwater comes the nearest to being pure water of any attainable, but it is unwholesome because it gathers many impurities as it falls. Filtered rainwater and distilled water are the purest forms. Hard water. When water is hard, it will not produce a lather with soap. The hardness is due to salts of lime, gypsum, and chalk and others, which make it unfit for use externally, especially internally. Mineral water. These waters contain solutions of salts, of magnesium, iron, and others, as well as iodine, arsenic, and sulfur, which will give them a metallic taste, and they may have much use for cures of chronic ailments. These waters are absolutely unfit for drinking and cooking purposes. They contain no particular value for cleansing. One would naturally know that water which is unfit to cleanse the outside of the body could not be fit for an internal application. With the exception of pure air, there is no element of nature that is as important in sustaining life as pure water, or has an important a relation to the human system. A person can live longer on water alone than if deprived of a large portion of our food. In variance to the type, contains from 15 to 90% of water. Water undergoes no change in the body, but is absolutely essential to the performance of vital functions, as it enables various organs to perform their work so that life is maintained. The circulatory system is one that is especially dependent upon water. Water is the solvent which floats the blood corpuscles, nutritive and waste elements which the blood is carrying. By the aid of water, nutrients enter the blood and are conveyed to fibers of the intricate human mechanism, where repair and growth are needed. There is no other element which is so adept for this exact purpose as water. It circulates through the most delicate capillaries without friction, and even passes through membranes into parts that are not accessible by openings. I wonder if osmosis was a scientific term yet.